welcome back to another video, and here's a history of the Dodge Viper Part 2. I talked about the first and second generation in Part 1, and now I'll talk about the third, fourth, and fifth generation. I'll also put a link in the description for Part 1 in case you missed it. Anyways, the third generation Viper was released in 2003 and lasted until 2006. These had the 8.3 liter V10 with 500 horsepower and 525 pound-feet of torque. And they had the 6-speed manual transmission. The color options were black, GTS blue, race yellow, red, and gray. There was also a coupe and a roadster option, and the back of the coupe looked different than the roadster. And these Vipers looked really good overall, with the smooth body lines, red brakes, Challenger or Crossfire mirrors, large headlights, crosshair grille, and there was also different wheel options like the split 5-spoke Viper rims or the regular 5 spokes. And one more thing, these also had different stripe options. Moving to the interior, these look great, and the first thing you notice are the gauges stacked by the radio and climate controls. Also, Dodge didn't make the Dodge Viper for 2007, but it was brought back in 2008 for the 4th generation, and it lasted until 2010. It looked exactly the same as the 3rd generation, but it had a different engine. It had an 8.4 liter V10 with 600 horsepower and 560 pound-feet of torque. And they made a convertible or coupe just like the 3rd gen. But for this new 4th gen, they made the SRT10 ACR, and it's very easy to tell the difference between this and a regular one. The ACR has a large wing, black 5-spoke rims, and a 2-tone color. There were also more colors than the previous generation Viper, and some colors were Viper Blue, Metallic, Viper Red, Snakeskin Green, Berry Orange, Violet, and more. And the engine was really the only difference between the 3rd and 4th generations. And the Viper was cancelled after 2010, but it made a comeback in 2013. Everything was different: the engine, the interior, and the exterior. And something interesting is that for 2013 and 2014, the Viper was produced by SRT, or Street and Racing Technology, instead of Dodge. But from 2015 to 2017, it was a Dodge. Anyways, the 5th generation Viper had an 8.4 liter V10 with a whopping 640 horsepower, 600 pound-feet of torque, and a 0 to 60 in 3 seconds flat. And the top speed is 206 miles an hour. There are different interior color options like tan, red, or black. And the interior just looks great with all of the modern technology. And another cool thing with the Dodge Viper is when you hit 6 or 7 grand on the tachometer, the gauge lights up red with the Viper logo. And of course you can get the ACR for this generation, which has the different 2-tone paint and a large wing. You can also get a GTS model. And those are all of the different generations of the Dodge Viper. My favorite generation is a tie between the 2nd and 4th. And tell me what generation is your favorite in the comments. Make sure to subscribe, and I'll see you next time.